Welcome to Yoga with Cordelia, yogaing for health and well-being.
Hi, welcome to Yoga with Cordelia. Here we are in the foothills of Mount Aidy in the pine forest above Villa Floor. We're about 1,500 metres up. We've stopped in this beautiful area so I can film a quick sequence for our everyday series of yoga.
Start kneeling or cross-legged if kneeling doesn't work for you. Close off the eyes. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. A tall line from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Shoulders forward, up and down the back. Lower the chin to the chest and on an inhale rotate the head up to the right and exhale down to the left. Reverse the neck circle. And exhale. Head back to neutral. Mindfully come to tabletop position. Shoulders over the wrists, fingers spread wide, pushing away from the earth. Feet not coming in, not splaying out. Knees hip width apart. Navel up and in. Don't collapse through the shoulders. Doming up through the upper back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, curl the tailbone. Cat stretch. Head drops. Inhale, lift the belly. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale into your cat stretch. And once more with the breath. Come back to tabletop, neutral. Curl the toes. And then lift up into our first downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out. Find any movement that feels good. And then when you're ready, find some stillness. Heels aiming towards the mat, but it doesn't matter if they're touch or not. Knees can be bent as generously as needed. Gaze up to the hands and take a slow, mindful walk to the front of the mat to a ragdoll forward fold. Feet hip width apart or flush together. Hands to elbows, swaying side to side. Nod the head. Shake the head, release any tension from the neck and shoulders. Drop the arms and then on an inhale, slowly rise up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Shoulders up and down the back. Mountain pose. Imagine that your hip points are facing up to the sky, so your tailbone is long and you're coming up tall through the centre channel, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Shoulders down the back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward from the hips, bending the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, slide the hands up to the thighs, flat back. Exhale, bow. Plant the palms and step the right leg back. Lower the back knee. And then come into your half splits. Straighten the front leg as you fold forward. The further your hands are, the further forward they are, the deeper the stretch. Go as far as your body wants to go. Listen to your body. And remember to breathe. Then roll forward back into low lunge, feeling the nice stretch in the right hip flexor. Palms to the mat, lifting the back knee, step the front foot back to join the back foot into plank, lower the knees, exhale all the way down to the mat. Inhale cobra, exhale bow. Inhale back to all fours and then curl the toes and exhale up into down dog. Navel to spine, inhale the right leg up, exhale knee to nose and step it through. Low lunge, lower the back knee and come into your half splits on this side. Remembering to breathe. Pulling the right hip back, flexing the front foot so the calf gets the stretch as well. Come back forward into low lunge. Lovely stretch for the left hip flexor this time. Then lift the back knee and rock the back foot up to meet the front foot, forward fold. Inhale to flat back, hands on shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, arms taking up space, hands together overhead, and then exhale the hands through to heart centre. Inhale, arms up, look up to the sky, and swan dive to forward fold. Inhale to flat back, yogi's choice, hands on shins or thighs. And exhale, bow. Step the left leg back, low lunge, lower the back knee. Squeezing everything into the midline, arms up overhead, palms together, and then bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Twisted low lunge, really having some force between the two palms. Remembering to breathe, and if you feel stable, gaze over the right shoulder. Exhale, look down, release the twist, framing your foot, back leg lifted, step back to plank. Exhale, lower the knees all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Curl the toes, hips up and back into down dog. Fingers spread wide on the yoga mat. Find any movement that feels good, and then find some stillness. Inhale the left leg up to three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose and step it through. Low lunge on this side, squeezing everything into the midline, and then rise up, crescent lunge. Palms together, and then twisted prayer on this side. Right elbow outside of left knee. Gazing over the left shoulder if you feel stable. Remembering to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Look down, untwist, plant the palms, and then step the back foot up to meet the front foot. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to flat back, fingertips on the mat, or palms to the shins, or palms to the thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, really feel the yoga mat under your feet. Palms back down through heart centre. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding from the hips. Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step the right leg back and pivot the right foot so it's parallel to the short side of the mat. Navel in. Inhale, rise up to warrior two. Left knee is bent. Check your alignment, make sure your knee's not going beyond your toes and it's not collapsing in. And breathe. Flip the palm, inhale into peaceful warrior, left arm up, right arm down, gaze to the sky, keeping a bend in the left knee. Inhale back to warrior two. And then exhale into extended side angle. Left forearm on the left thigh. Right arm stretched overhead. And breathe. Just check that the left knee is not rolling in. Then on an exhale, cartwheel back down, back to low lunge. Step back to plank. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, straighten the arms, down dog. Let's repeat that sequence on the other side. Inhale the right leg up, step it through to runner's lunge, and then pivot the back foot and rise up to warrior two. Taking a moment to check your alignment again, making sure that the glutes are engaged, that the tailbone is long. Gaze beyond the middle fingers. Inhale, flip the palm, come up into peaceful warrior. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back to warrior two and exhale into extended side angle. Really feeling the stretch along the left side of the body, from the outer left foot all the way to the tips of the left fingers. Gaze up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel back down to low lunge. Step back to plank, exhale all the way down to the belly. Inhale, cobra, curl the toes, up and back to down dog. Notice how your down dog feels now compared to when you first started. Are your heels a little closer to the mat? Can you feel a nice stretch in the back? Take a slow walk forward to the front of the mat and then mindfully come to seated, legs out in front, feet flexed, kneecaps lifted, quads are engaged, sitting up tall. Inhale the arms up, and then on exhale folding forward from the hips, not the lumbar spine. Your hands may reach your feet, shins or your thighs, your knees can be bent. The main aim is to make sure that the fold is from the hips. Breathe here, gazing at the toes. Inhale, carefully rise up to seated, lean back onto your forearms, then place the palms where your elbows were. We're coming into reverse tabletop, knees bent, and then on an inhale, lift up the pelvis. Really squeeze those glutes, and if your head and neck are comfortable, you can drop the gaze back. Keep breathing. This is a strong pose, and on an exhale, with control, slowly lower back down to seated. And let's come into boat pose. You have options: feet on the mat, hands holding onto the thighs, opening the chest, or raise the shins parallel to the sky. And if you would like, you can bring your arms parallel to the floor. Navel into the spine, breathe and smile, keeping that chest open. Think of it as a heart opener. Inhale, cross the right leg in front of the left, mindfully come forward onto the palms and step back to plank. Exhale all the way down to the belly. Inhale, cobra, and then curl the toes. Exhale back into down dog. And breathe. And then take another slow, mindful walk to the front of the mat. Come back through to seated. We're going to prepare for bridge now. So on an exhale, lower all the way down to flat back on the mat. Knees parallel to the feet parallel, knees pointing up to the sky. And on an inhale, slowly lift up the tailbone, lower back, mid back, palms flat on the mat. Squeezing the glutes. Knees may want to splay apart. Try and keep them energetically aiming towards each other. And breathe. And then on an exhale, come back down one vertebrae at a time, and then windshield wiper the legs to the right and to the left. And we'll repeat. On an inhale, lift the tailbone, the lower back, the mid back. And this time, if you would like, you can clasp your hands together, snuggle the shoulder blades under, and then push onto those forearms on the mat to lift your hips even higher. Keep those glutes squeezing. Remember to breathe. And then exhale, palms flat on the mat, and come down one vertebrae at a time. Once the whole of the spine is imprinted on the mat, windshield wiper the legs to the right and to the left again. Then bring your knees in for a hug. Give them a good hug and then roll up to seated. Let's do a counter pose to the back bend. Seated forward fold, but this time it's more restorative. So we're not trying to force ourselves to go deep. We're just letting gravity do the work. Our spine can be rounded. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the ribs expanding side to side on an inhale. And then slowly come back up to seated. One more bit for the core, knees bent, and then on an exhale, lower all the way back down to flat back. Slow as you can, really feel that core working. Extend the left leg, bring the right knee in for a hug, give it a good squeeze, and then cross it over for a spinal twist, keeping the right shoulder grounded. Deep belly breaths here. And then inhale the right knee back up. Rotate the ankle of the right foot, one way and then the other. Then swap legs, straighten the right leg, hug in the left knee, and then spinal twist on this side. Gaze to the left arm, which is out to the side. Shoulders staying grounded on the mat. Really breathing into the lower spine. And then inhale that knee back up. One more hug in. Rotate the ankle one way and then the other. And then extend into Shavasana. Legs as wide as the mat, arms out to the side, palms face up. This is the time that our body can integrate all the hard work that it has done. Time to allow the breathing to return to normal. Let the heart rate come back to normal. Focus on the air coming in and the air going out through the nostrils. Bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. Rotate your wrists and ankles. Stretch up overhead. Nice stretch. Roll onto one side and then bring yourself back up to seated. Come into a seated position of your choice, cross-legged, kneeling. Bring the arms up to the sky, gathering all that good energy. Hands together down through to heart centre. Thanking yourself for all your hard work. Namaste. If you have enjoyed this sequence, please give it a thumbs up and click subscribe. Thank you.
So thank you to everyone then.
Hope you all enjoyed that video, our first one in our everyday yoga series. Oh, I can't do one.